Denny Schaefer. He's an idiot.
Well, hello. Welcome to our Friday Denny and Sharon DennyRadio podcast. Little stress in our little studio here right now. Not sure where this one's going to go. What show number is this? 20. Show number 20. Apparently, I was bringing some drama before we started, so we got a little tension going on in the room right now. But we're going to get past that because we have a lot to cover today. We're going to start, of course, thanking John Castillo and our sponsor. Awesome. Thank you, Johnny Castillo, for sponsoring this month and all next month. And if you already have your funeral paid for, talk to John. You can shift it over. Great thing about Castillo Funeral Home, it's just one funeral. You don't have a bunch of rooms and you're not sure where you're going. You're walking in on somebody else's, funeral, and it's weird and it's awkward. Never that way at Castillo Funeral Home. And they got the party room. So everything right there. It's awesome. You'll love John. He's just a beautiful human being.
Yep.
All right. Family dinner. Boom. This was, what was this Wednesday night with Olivia and Josh? I don't even remember. Wednesday night.
Yep. 2 nights ago. Chicken pot pie.
Olivia's apartment.
Fresh fruit.
Very delicious. Good hanging. We haven't done
homemade
that.
Brownies.
When did we do that last family dinner? Was it Christmas?
Yeah, maybe.
Been a while.
Yeah.
So,
well, no, haven't we gone out to eat with them up in Ann Arbor? Maybe.
Well,
Josh and his cool beanie. Look at that. It's a buffalo. It's embroidered. It's a buffalo embroidered with the sunset of Yellowstone in it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So everybody's doing well, and we're thankful to God.
Yep.
All right, let's give you a disco party.
Who wants to party?
Disco party update. Yes, it's happening on June 6th. Disco party is back. Last year we didn't have one, and well, okay, I don't know how long I can play that before we get dinged. I shot it down. Anyway, let me give you all the deets on that. If you're just joining us and you're not sure, you want to get in on the pre-sale tickets. Pre-sale tickets will be March 14th. I believe that's next Friday. Next Friday. Mm-hmm. Then the general public will go on sale for everybody on the 19th, which is, I believe, the following like Wednesday or something. If you want to get in on the pre-sale tickets, you need to send an email right now, disco@lbveteranoutreach.org. Once again, that's disco@lbveteranoutreach.org. Okay? That's how you will get in on the pre-sale. You'll get better, tables, all that. And I'm here to tell you, we've been getting a lot of good traffic on the pre-sale. My guess is we're going to probably be half to sold out before we even go live to the public.
I mean, we created the event on Facebook and so many shares, so many views. Like the first person to like it lives in Maryland. So
she coming from Maryland or he?
Yeah, I think that people come from all over. They fly in, they drive in for the weekend and make a weekend in Toledo. But so we met with Jamie on Tuesday or Wednesday of Little Blessings.
Yep.
And she let us know that they secured the presenting sponsor.
Boom!
Toledo Refining Company.
PBF Energy, Toledo Refining Company. Thank you so much for loving veterans and being there and shaking your booty.
Yeah.
We're also working with the hotel across the street there. What the heck is it called? Hilton Garden Inn across the street.
Yeah.
There is going to be some kind of discount. We haven't gotten back exactly what it's going to be yet.
Disco out.
So it's going to be take the elevator home kind of thing like we've done in the past. So look for that at a later date. All right, there you go. Now, do you want to talk about the lie that is daylight saving time?
That's this weekend, isn't it?
It's really daylight shifting time because there's no thing as daylight saving time. And we're going to try to get through this as quickly as possible because it irritates the living crap out of me that we do this lie every year. We spring forward, which means we lose an hour of sleep. I already feel violated just thinking about it. So Saturday night / Sunday morning, 2 a.m., bam, 3 o'clock. That means we're going to have an hour of daylight later, which I believe is the best way. And I wish we'd just stay on that. But anyway, I digress.
I thought they were changing that.
Well, I got an update on that as soon as I go through the story. A good time to test your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. Change the batteries if you need to.
Yep.
The latest poll on daylight saving time, daylight shifting time, because that's what it is. You're not saving squat, you're shifting. Anyway, a poll on X asked people if they prefer to stick to standard time permanently, which is the time we're on now, or if they'd like to make daylight saving permanent and not go back in the fall. More than 1 million, like 1.3 million users voted. Nearly 6 out of 10 people prefer to stay on daylight saving time and get that hour later of sunshine. Okay. 6 out of 10 people. I've seen polls where it's been 8 out of 10 people, but it's a majority. And you know, in today's world, it's hard to get people to agree on anything. My question is why are we continuing to do this? Good question, Denny. You know, there's
You want me
more,
to just go upstairs?
there's more information here, but you know, President Trump and Elon Musk are for ending the madness. And we've heard that before from both parties. In December, Trump said the Republican Party will use its best efforts to eliminate daylight saving time, which is inconvenient and very costly. Okay. Yesterday, the Trumpster said that it's not a priority, says it's a 50-50 issue. And if something is 50-50, it's hard to get excited about. Okay, well, you asked about a law. Mm-hmm. It's in the Senate. Mm-hmm. It passed the Senate unanimously, overwhelmingly. The Sunshine Protection Act. Individual states have already passed laws, but they can't do anything about it until Congress says you can do it. And it's in the House, and they're not doing anything with it because you know why? They can't decide. Should it be on standard or should we go to daylight saving?
What would you want?
Daylight saving. I've been pretty adamant about daylight saving time because I know when people get home from work, people get home from school, they want that extra hour of daylight to be outside. Mm-hmm. I don't like it being dark at 5 o'clock in the winter.
Yeah, I don't either.
So instead of 5, it would be 6. It gives people a better chance to get out, exercise, and do things and unwind after a very tense podcast with your wife.
You know, I saw a story on this a couple months ago, and people were commenting on it. People actually think that you get an extra hour of sleep every night when the time changes.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Yes, I can.
I couldn't, I laughed out loud. I couldn't believe it.
Well, I have a term for those people.
Interesting about the guy, what we know also is that he himself...
wrong drop. Okay, that didn't work. You know, I'm doing things on the fly. Didn't know that was coming. Those people are just not the brightest bulbs in the pack. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
There you go.
I was just stunned by that, to be honest. But Eric on Instagram says Arizona does not participate in daylight savings time.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything of what we're doing here?
We're talking about daylight savings time.
Cooch, it doesn't matter. Indiana or Illinois or Hawaii doesn't either. The point is we're living a lie with our Congress and our president. That's it. That's the point. We don't live in Arizona, so you know, good for the people that do. All right, there you go. Could this be the first podcast that Sharon walks out of? Or I just walk off? Listen, I'm irritated. You know, I had issues with my computer today. I've been fighting with my credit card company. I'm irritated. I'm sorry. My knee hurts, although I had a great thing with the doc. We'll get to that maybe.
Are we transitioning to that now?
No, you have your little thingy jobby you're going to do.
Oh, that's right. So you know how we were talking about Suits the other day? Suits LA and Harvey's coming back, and you were like talking about the OG Suits and how they should be like it'll never compare to that one. Well, guess what? Guess who's making a cameo?
I know, because look at my screen right there. Breaking news.
Yeah. Louis Litt. Look at him. So he has he has committed to one episode to come back. So it's only a matter of time before they all come back.
So that's breaking news, people.
That is breaking news.
Breaking TV news. We're going to get lit up.
I mean, people are just ripping the LA one. So
I like it.
I don't know. Maybe
I think it's good. They probably need Louis. They need Donna. And they need Harvey. Is Harvey, the guy's name is Gabriel Macht, M-A-C-H-T?
Yeah. He directed some of the original Suits. And his dad was also on a few of the episodes.
It's going to be interesting.
As well as his wife.
Here's my prediction. Harvey's going to come on the LA Suit show, and he's going to help. What's the guy's name? Todd or whoever the main guy is. He's going to help find a way to get that dude off on murder, who murdered his buddy with the gun and the thing, whatever the main thing. That's my prediction. Harvey's going to come in, save the day. Boom, write it down. Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Moving on to your
knee update. So I went to the doc on when was that? Wednesday after our show, Dr. Irvin.
Yep.
No restrictions, including extracurriculars. I still have 2 more weeks before I can get in the hot tub or take a float at True Rest, which I can't wait to do that. So I got a couple more weeks of that. He was blown away. He comes in the room and I stand up and shake his hand and he's like, "Where's your walker?" I said, "Home." "Where's your cane?" "Home." He goes, nearly every single person that comes in for their 2.5, 3 week appointment, like I did, have one or the other. He goes, "I can't believe that you're getting around and you're not even limping." I said, "Well, I don't know, dude. The Lord is blessing me." So here's a picture of what the knee looks like. On the left there is, well, it's my right knee because we're looking at me. Right there is the
titanium
fake knee.
Yeah,
there's your titanium, people. So that's it. If you put the cursor right there, it's drilled down into my whatever bone that is. And then they drill up into it and they use bone cement. And then this is a side view of the new knee.
Wow.
So there's my kneecap and everything looks great. And I'm thankful for that.
Look how much straighter it is compared to your other one.
I know that's the other one. And you can see how bow-legged I am. So there you go. So that's the knee update. I go back. I believe it's April 3rd. So.
All right.
Before we get into the meat of our topic today, part of the reason why I'm irritated, well, I'm not irritated about that. I'm frustrated. So a couple of weeks ago, and I've gotten 4 texts today telling me I have an outdated toll. So it says that I need to pay this or there's going to be penalties and legal action, blah, blah, blah. So I got one of these and we had traveled to see my nephew get married, Jack and Allie. And I thought, okay, so I was in different states and I didn't have any kind of pass, peach pass or anything or whatever it's called. I didn't even have the turnpike, the Ohio's turnpike, whatever, which I do now. So I thought, okay, this could be legit. So I checked it out. So I brought it up on my PC, not on my phone. And I filled out my credit card information. Well, it wouldn't take my credit card. I'm like, okay, this is weird. Well, then it turns out I found out it was a scam. So I called my credit card company and I said, what do? I may have just given my credit card information to a scammer. They said, you have 2 choices. One, you can monitor your card. We can monitor your card for any purchases of over $10. You get a text and you can approve the purchase or you know that you got a purchase or you can get a new card. Now, getting a new card is a what? Pain in the butt?
It can be.
Because we have a lot of our, bills on the credit card.
Right.
We have, all of our streaming services.
All of our bills.
A lot of our bills.
Yeah.
A big chunk of them. So it's a big pain in the butt. So I opted for option 1, which was monitor the card. So everything was great. Sharon would go to Kroger. I would get a text.
I'd try to sneak something by, and all of a sudden he'd be texting me, "Did you just buy something at such and such?" Like, oh,
it's kind of nice.
Maybe.
Kind of nice knowing what's up. Anyway, It doesn't matter. You get what you want anyway. So everything was working great till last week when we got a $70 charge from some company called iStock. $70 charge. And I'm like, okay, Sharon, did you make a $70 charge at iStock? And you said?
It was more like, Sharon, get down here. So I come running down.
Okay.
And because you were on the phone.
Hold on. You know how they have that red flag? Let's see how it really was. You know what it is? Like the challenge flag where the mom and the kid is standing out at the bus stop. And yeah. And then they come in and they actually showed what was said and somebody is embarrassed.
Yeah.
I did not scream, "Did you come down here?" I asked you because I don't care if you need it, do it. So anyway, needless to say,
you asked me and I said no.
But thanks for the editorial though about me screaming at you.
No, because I was upstairs. Fun. You were on the phone with the bank and you were like, "We got a problem."
Okay.
Anyway,
before I even called the credit card company, I asked my wife if she made the purchase. I wasn't on the phone with the credit card company. You just said I was, and I yelled for you to get down here. No, that's not what happened. We having fun yet? So, I refuted it, and they said, "Okay, well, we're going to change the card out." I said, "Yes, let's do that." I said, "How long will it take to get here?" This was last Friday. They said 3 business days. I said, "So probably by Wednesday." Yes, by Wednesday. We didn't get it by Wednesday. We didn't get it by Thursday. So finally I called him yesterday and I said, "Why haven't I gotten the card?" He said, "Well, because you didn't ask for it to be expedited." I said, "Do you expedite them?" "Oh yeah." "Is it an extra charge?" "No." I said, "Why wouldn't you just expedite it?" "We don't do that unless you ask. We won't overnight it." And I said, "Okay. Can you look on your screen there and find out how long the Schaefers have had a credit card with your company?" "Oh yeah, since 1998. That's 27 freaking years with the same credit card company.
That's a long time.
Not one time did we have to pay a penalty. And guess what? I think that's why they're not making money off us. So I think they're irritated with us. And I think they want us to go away. I think that's why they did this.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Okay, think about it. How do credit cards make money?
By interest.
Have we ever paid any interest?
Just that one time when I was supposed to pay the bill and I was late, and then you took it over.
And I took it over.
And my evil plan worked.
I took it over. And guess what they did? Because I was such a long-time customer. They waived it. They waived the penalty. So we didn't have to pay it.
Yep.
So they're not making money off it. So I think, anyway, so I went round and round with this woman. And Jaquay was her name. Jaquay. She was very sweet. She was very nice.
Yep.
The person on Friday lied to me, but yesterday was great. She goes, "Okay, we'll overnight it to you." And I said, "Okay, so I'll get it by Friday." She goes, "Well, no, probably Monday." I said, "Doesn't overnight mean you overnight it and it's there the next day?" I said, "Let me tell you a little story."
Let me tell you something.
I set a computer that went through from Detroit to Cleveland, and it went out of the store at 5 p.m. And the next day at 3 p.m., it was at my buddy, Tommy Otwell Computers, outside of Cleveland. If they can get a computer there, you don't think you can get me a card in overnight? She goes, "Well, it's not really overnight, even though we say it is." I mean, now, and I know you're irritated with me today, and that's fine. Because right after I hung up with her, because now we have a third, so we canceled the card, got another card, canceled that. And then we're on our third card because the other one is coming through snail mail. So now we got another card coming. So when I got off the phone, I wanted to know if I was a jerk to her. And I said to you, was I a jerk to her? And you said,
yes. No, I didn't. No, honestly, I heard the entire conversation. You weren't, you were actually very cordial.
It was killing me, people.
And, and they were all trying to bend over backwards to, make it right or whatever. But personally, what I don't understand is if someone's credit card is compromised as a customer service and it's like their main credit card, which I'm sure because she had the statement pulled up, so she knew.
Yeah.
As a courtesy, wouldn't you overnight it to your customer so that there's no
disruption?
Yeah, disruption.
I mean, tonight we're going out to dinner and we're going to have to pay cash. I'm going to have to go to the ATM. We're going to have to pay cash.
So I was just a little surprised by their responses, but customer service, I don't know.
It'll work out or maybe it won't. So now fast forward to this morning. I'm down here because now that my knee's working good, this is my, why are you putting your hoodie on?
Nothing. No reason. Carry on.
So this morning I come downstairs because I'm down now. Sharon's back in the bed and we're having crazy action.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
we'll follow up with more today after this podcast.
Anyway, so I'm down here and I'm doing my devotion, and all of a sudden I get a text, an alert from my credit card company. And it says credit card account number ending in the last four of the new card that's not here yet. That I haven't actually, you got to call the number and activate it. I don't have a card, so it's not activated. It says, you have a $70 charge to this card. And I'm like, how can that be? I don't have the card. It's not activated. So I was confused. So I'm like, okay, Lord, figure it out. So I do my devotions and I have my coffee and I come upstairs and, Sharon's finally up and she's doing her devotions and stuff. And we're chatting and I don't know, we pray and then we, talk about stuff. And I said, hey, I need you to do me a favor and see if you have an app or an account for somebody called iStock where you generate new images, AI images and imagery with ease. And you're like, well, that doesn't really sound familiar. So now remember, I asked her when we got the $70 charge before, you said, no, I don't know who that is. No. So you pull up iStock on your phone. And what did you find, Sharon?
That I had created an account. Does this help?
No, it's not false. No, it's not false. What's false?
This whole story.
What's false is you told me is you didn't spend. Okay, the point is we were never compromised. Sharon got this in January for $70 and to try it because she's doing the social media for DennyRadio and you're doing an awesome job. Mm-hmm.
Just remember that part.
But probably at least a full hour I've been on the phone, if you extrapolate it all out, how many times I've called my credit card and the frustration and the pain in the butt of having to, reload a new number in. And it turns out that it wasn't a fraudulent $70. It was my wife's mistake. It's not. No. Why are you saying false? It's true. No. Okay. Boo. You can boo me. I don't care. Boo me. Boo the hell out of me. Woo! I don't care.
Okay. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Okay. And I own up to it. Yes. Because when I had my own business and I had to do all my marketing, I could afford to pay for apps and stuff for all the social media stuff because you really need to be relevant, trendy, blah, blah, blah. So I sold my business, away went all the apps. All of a sudden I'm doing your social media. And we're on a budget. So I take advantage of free trials. And I usually am really good about putting the day before the trial ends on the calendar to remind me,
You are. You do a good job with that.
And then this one, I negated. It was a full month. And you know what it was for? It was for the smoking pot plant that I used when you were doing the story on Ohio medicinal or whatever it was.
So wait a minute.
The medicinal.
You only used it one time.
Because it was pretty cool picture. Well, no, it was for a membership to Getty Photography or whatever.
Okay, no, that's fine. And that's something we would use. But my question is
why
wouldn't you go back and do the trial? Because now we got a $70 charge that we're not going to have take off because unless
I know, because I made a mistake. So I will pay you $70 in cash from my DennyRadio pay.
Okay, you volunteered for this position.
I made a mistake. I forgot to cancel for the pot leaf.
I understand.
I'm not going to do any more pot pictures.
No,
it was, let me just say this. It was Getty Images, and that's probably where the iStock.com or whatever foiled my,
Yeah. So anyway, so there you go.
I hope you can forgive me.
I already have forgiven you.
Really?
It happened. Boner. I mean, it's already happened.
Okay.
You ever going to tell that story?
No.
Okay.
Not today.
All right. Let's see what the people are saying. Julian, what's up, Den Man? Have a good weekend. You too. Terry, superfan nurse Terry. Happy Friday at the park, walking with my dog. That's awesome. Pam. Hello, Pam. Hi there. Happy Friday.
Everybody's
good to hear from Pam.
TGIF.
Sherry from McCraver's Barbecue. Sherry, good to see you still there. There's Nappy Jinx. My dog will get fed an hour earlier. She'll love it.
That's about the time change.
Thank you, Nappy. Dan, what's up, Denny? How's the knee? I just gave you the update. I have the strength of 10 men. Post-op, she knows that now. We got Gary. Nobody likes to go to work in the dark and come home in the dark. I'm with you. Stay on daylight saving time.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yep. Especially when we live in cold climates.
Exactly. Gary got the same bull text. I would suggest getting a new card, even though it's a hassle.
It's good that we got a new card.
It is, but okay. Anyway.
Okay, Roger. Is that when you were having your?
I don't know, Johnny Plata. Johnny, we should take t-shirts. Sharon
yes,
was right.
Absolutely.
Sharon was right. How?
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
When my sister Mary looks at this podcast, she is going to lose her mind when she sees you pull that up. No 3% charge with cash. Yay.
Oh yeah, because some restaurants charge if you're going to use a credit card.
Yeah, that is true. I don't go to places like that. I avoid them. But what we're looking for is the lowest yearly annual fee and cash back. I think I want to do cash back because the credit card I've had now is the rewards thing. And we flew out to see Josh last year at Yellowstone and we used points, which was awesome. But the problem is it's like 60,000 points for one round trip flight, which is ridiculous. Anyway.
Rick Plants, go Peeps, go Rockets. Okay. And Shannon wants to know, she says, hello, if you will be podcasting your show from the ticket.
Well, I don't know at first because it's very, let's just say we have some other challenges that we have to work through. At some point, yes, I don't know when.
Okay.
So Sunday morning, I'm doing a run through with Chris Hollywood, who is my producer and wacky sidekick. He and I are going to be on Sunday morning at 9, from 9 to 10 this Sunday at 100.7 The Ticket. It's a very hard radio station to get unless you're in your car and you're like 8 miles from the radio station.
Yeah, but they have an app.
Yes, that's my point. Grab the 100.7 The Ticket app. Then it's crystal clear and it's beautiful.
And the app is actually on your bio on Facebook. Like there's a link.
Great.
At least there was. So what did your I already saw the false sign out. She's laughing.
She's cracking up. Anyway, so yeah, the
Discover
show
card
starts
has
Monday,
cashback.
2 to 4. And, my first guest is a guy that I'm a huge fan of, Anthony Bellino, who he's got ties to Toledo. As a matter of fact, I think he's from here. And he used to be the voice at the PA announcer at Fifth Third Field and the Rockets. And now this dude is just killing it. He is the PA announcer at Chrysler Arena for all the Michigan games. And he also does a nightly sports talk show on WJR with Lomas Brown. And he does a morning sports talk show. I believe it's the Michigan Sports Network or something. I'm a huge fan of this dude, and he's going to be my first guest at like 3:30 on Monday. And then at 4:05, live from New York City, it'll be the mayor, Wade Kapsakevich. And yeah, we'll talk a little sports, but we'll talk about whatever. The show's not going to be a traditional sports show. It's going to be sports and more. It's going to be sports and whatever irritates the crap out of Denny that day, like the credit card thing. So it's not going to be your traditional sports show, just so you know.
So
okay.
I should be praying for what's his name? Chris
Hollywood.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
awesome.
going to start praying for him right now so that in the event you walk into him like you were today, I'm just going to say.
Most people that have worked with me over the years know if I'm a little irritated or something's not going well before showtime, they just leave me alone and let me work it out.
That's me on a regular basis.
Really?
But okay. You know what? Moving on. Rick is going back to his mopping. I might go upstairs and mop because I think it'd be more fun. Pam.
Well, you knew it was going to happen.
Can't wait to listen to, but what about you two? I hope you guys continue your podcast too. Oh, thanks, Pam.
That is very sweet. Pam, the reason why my show is 2 to 4, tell them, Sharon.
Because of the podcast.
Correct. So I'm protecting the podcast. We're doing the podcast.
Yeah, because we talked about it and I said, look, if it's done, it's done. I'm okay with that if you are, whatever, but you were like, no. So I'm like, okay, let's keep going.
See, this is how Satan works. I was so fired up to do the show today because we have so much good content. And then right before we go on, literally 10 minutes before we go on, my computer's not, no, this is true. My computer was screwing up and it wasn't coming on. I couldn't get the audio right for StreamYard, which is what gets us out there. And I heard these words. What has happened? What's changed? What's wrong with you? Now, as a guy, when you hear your wife say that, how do you respond?
I believe
Guys,
that's how you told me to ask.
Right before you're going to do a podcast, it's probably best to not say basically what's wrong with you. I think it's best sometimes just to,
be the punching bag?
No, say nothing. What punching bag were you? I was frustrated. I wasn't frustrated with you.
You know
I was
what?
frustrated with my computer.
Debbie loves that we're so real.
Yeah.
Debbie loves that Chris has a great name for showbiz.
Chris Hollywood.
Chris Hollywood.
He's a really good human being too. And a Michigan boy, born and raised.
So.
All right, let's go to what people are old person habits thingy. Here, you do it.
No, it's your story.
Well, no, I sent it
right
to
there.
you.
Anthony learned from the best. Bob Bergiles?
Yep, the PA announcer from the Walleye. Gary, yes, Bob is very good, but that commercial that they run with Bob on TV, where he's walking around the office and is annoying as hell. Just saying. But he does do a great job. He's a very good PA announcer, but he didn't write the commercial, but it's annoying as hell. So, anywho.
Stacey, you two are hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Are we?
I feel like we're having a debate right now, a political debate.
About how husbands should react when their wives say, "What's wrong with you? What happened to you?"
Okay.
Anywho, some young people love to make becoming your parents jokes, but age, experience, and perspective can also bring a lot of wisdom. There's a thread on, I think it's Reddit right now, where people are talking about old person habits that they've adopted. Here are some of the best ones. Now, let me just preface it with this, Sharon. When we were growing up, we were the same way. Like the way the Gen Zers, or is it millennials, call my generation boomers. Okay, boomer, which I'm a baby boomer and I'm proud of it.
I'm a Gen X, I think, right?
Whatever's after baby boomers,
I think
you're
I'm a Gen X.
right after them. You were on the cusp. You missed baby booming by a couple of years. Anyway, we all thought the same thing. We thought we had all the answers. We thought we were smarter than our parents. And it turns out, no, none of that is true. And the older you get, the more you figure that out. So we didn't know that then. You don't know what you don't know. Put that on a sticker. Wisdom is something that you have to gain over years and decades of being on this earth. And
hopefully you gain it.
Yeah, some people don't. So here's some of the best ones. Doing weekend errands before noon to beat all the crowds.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Where am I?
Yeah.
Costco.
Doing your errands.
And it's a great time to, and stopping in at Claudia's and picking up stuff from, my supplies at Claudia's Health Foods on Secor Road. So yeah, I like doing that on Saturday morning. Have breakfast with Pastor Steve, retired. And then I go to Costco, get my gas, do all that. Not this weekend though, because I don't have a credit card. Anyway, but that's.
See how it all just kind of ties in together? We are the glue podcast right here.
Are we? How look at, she's cracking herself up. When did you make that? Where was I when you were making
when
that?
You were down here having your meltdown. I was still upstairs having fun and being calm, cool and collected. Shannon says, old person habits. I love eating dinner early, 4:30 to 5:30. It just feels healthier.
You get better sleep if you eat earlier because your food digests and it's better for you. It is. As long as you don't snack at like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So yeah, that was number 2.
My mom snacked. So I guess that's kind of a habit I picked up from her.
Ignoring the clock. Eat when you're hungry, sleep when you're tired.
Yeah.
Okay, we sleep when we're tired.
I listen to my body.
Yep.
If I'm hungry, I'll eat. If I'm tired, I'll take a little nap.
There you go. Using lap blankets and heated blankets. So the blankets that we have all around our living room, are those lap blankets? Is that what they're called?
They're just blankets.
That's
but
what I
have
call
them across
them.
my lap.
What's a lap?
Well, I think they make
Those across your lap?
Yeah, I think they make smaller ones that are just kind of for that.
Okay, no, I won't. No, I'm going full blanket or no blanket at all.
I mean, your Michigan one from Josh, that's a lightweight, smaller kind of blanket. So yeah.
Another one, switching to comfortable clothes indoors like slippers and sweatpants. Yeah, that's a gimme. I've been doing that forever. Wanting to stay home, others can come to me. Somebody added same, except I don't want them to come to me. I don't want to see anybody. Okay. Love to be around that person. All right, here's one that I do only when I have a hard time understanding the dialogue. And the, what is it? The David thing we're watching?
House of David.
House of David on Amazon. By the way, it's excellent. We've watched the first 4.
Yeah.
Has it been 4? But I have a hard time understanding it because of their accent and like The Chosen. I have a hard time. So closed captioning every time you turn the TV on. I don't do it every time. Well, I'm watching sports. I don't have closed captioning on any of that, but certain shows, certain movies, right? And what's your thoughts on closed captioning?
Well, I'll have it on back in the day when you were doing your early show and go to bed at 7. I would have to have closed captions on in the evening just so I could, because I didn't want to have the TV up really loud.
That's very nice.
But I have a special interruption.
Okay. Dun, dun. Is this a news?
We have a viewer on Instagram whose birthday is today.
Woo! Who is it?
Lenore Cooley.
Oh, I knew that. I already texted her this morning and she's watching?
She is.
All right. I got a special birthday for you. Here you go. A little birthday greeting.
Oh my gosh. Did she just turn? She already turned off.
Oh, well, here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Lenore.
Happy birthday to you.
That's LeBron James, man.
Oh, wow. Stick to basketball.
Happy
dude.
birthday,
Yeah.
Lenore Cooley. 24 years old.
Shannon just watched starting House of David tonight.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
good.
you will not be disappointed, Shannon.
It's gruesome though. Just so you know.
Well, they were gruesome back in biblical times. I
Oh,
mean, the arrows
it was
and
worse.
pulling them out. Ugh.
It was worse.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the story. Picking up sewing, crocheting, and knitting as a form of meditation. No.
I wish I would have learned that. I learned how to crochet one big long chain. That was it.
That was it.
I did needlepoint a couple times.
All right. Buying pill organizers on Amazon. They're convenient even for vitamins. I've been using a pill organizer probably before I met you.
Your whole life?
Yeah, pretty much, because, I'm into the vitamins.
Mm-hmm.
Having paper printouts of stuff like vacation itineraries. No, I use an app. Having a plastic bag full of other plastic bags.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Lowering the volume while you parallel park.
Which is funny because I do that even when I'm driving down the street looking for a house. Why do we do that? Isn't that funny?
I don't know. There's something that is like for you believe that by turning the sound down, it'll help you focus and concentrate better.
Well,
and it's probably
will.
true,
Yeah,
but
it probably will.
Anyway, having a box of tissues in every room, wearing those straps on your glasses so you can wear them around your neck when you're not using them.
And then forgetting where your glasses are.
Complaining about young people. And the last one, collecting cats, which is what we do.
We rescue cats. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you would have allowed me to have dogs, I would have been rescuing dogs. I've been doing that my whole life.
We made our choice. We had cats first. We weren't switching. We can't go back and forth.
Well,
Sorry.
I had dogs. And then you didn't like dogs. So then Sharon got rid of dogs.
That is not true. Yeah. I love dogs. Other people's dogs.
How about showing up to vote?
Okay. That's a good one.
That's here's one that I got from my mom. Washing and rinsing out plastic Ziploc bags to reuse. Because let's face it, those things are expensive.
They are. And when you're on a budget like the Schaefers are.
But
we've been doing that for a while. Though.
Yeah, because they can, they don't just have to hold food. I mean, so keeping a grocery list, a physical grocery list or a physical to-do list.
Yeah.
Afternoon naps. Did you say that?
No, but I'm a big fan of those.
Yeah. People have adopted those. Let's see. Okay, so Shannon said dinner at 4:30. Some other people over here are saying
Stacy says we're hilarious.
Yeah. Sherry LaFleur. Hey, y'all.
What's up?
Happy Fat Post Tuesday.
I did not even realize that Ash Wednesday was Wednesday and Fat Tuesday was. It was like all of a sudden I'm like, oh,
yeah,
crazy.
Kathy Cromwell.
No, Dick is perfect, Kathy. Come on now.
Let's see here. Pam, senior citizen lunch at 11, senior citizen supper 4:30 to 5. So
I don't have a problem with that.
She's like Shannon, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. People can make fun of us all they want.
You
got to turn the TV up when they're talking with an accent, and I mean loud. Not in our house, Pam.
Well, that would also be closed captioning would be good for that too.
Which is why we do it.
Oh, reading glasses. Yep.
Every room, my car, and in my office at the Huntington Center. That's awesome, Gary. Hey, Gary, don't tell what's his name what I said, okay? He's a great announcer. It's just that commercial's annoying. Maybe because I've seen it too many times.
So what did you learn from your grandparents or your parents that you've adopted that you think is a really good idea?
And we're out of time. Isn't that what we're talking about on Monday?
No, it's habits. That was the habits that you have adopted. That are a good idea.
He is not watching, Gary. Don't give me that.
Oh, my goodness.
He is not watching because we don't see him. Stop it.
I do think the tissues in every room is kind of funny because
let's see. For my parents?
Yeah.
Okay. Gloves on the dashboard in the winter.
That's a good idea.
I don't know. That's something I adopted from my dad.
Okay.
I have gloves on the dash right now in my van. That is one thing. A little trash bag hanging off the blinker.
Yes, you do.
I have that. That's something from my dad. Always looking for a deal and coupons and sweet deals and half off Toledo and all that. That comes from my mom. My mom was just unbelievable with, she would collect so many box tops and so many labels and Campbell's soup and cereal top and cereal boxes and all that. And, one year for Christmas, I got a Winston cigarette beach towel that she got.
Oh, we all got
through
those
refunding.
things. Yeah.
So, but the art of loving a good deal came from my mom. But the biggest thing that I got from my dad, and it wasn't a habit, it was just how he was raised, is my work ethic came from my dad. You know, seeing him growing up when he would come home and hated his job, but he knew he had to do it because he had 6 friggin' kids. And, you know, and he hated it. And then he finally got into what he was meant to do. He wasn't meant to work at General Motors like his dad and a lot of his brothers and all that. And he always used to tell me, nothing is handed to you, Dennis. You have to work for it. So
work ethic. So that's good.
So those are some that jump out at me. What about you?
I would say, like I said, the rinsing Ziploc bag, and you reusing them. My mom was really good about sending greeting cards, and I try to be that way. I fall short, but there is nothing like that old snail mail of still getting a birthday card, a sympathy card, whatever. And you know, Olivia had said to me the other day, Mom, people just don't do that anymore. And it's like, that's really too bad, because I said to her, I said, you know, I know everybody does the proverbial text nowadays. Oh, sorry for your loss. So happy, whatever. And then they just move on with their life. And it's like, gone are the days of someone taking the effort to drive to the store, look through the cards, pay for the card, address it, put a stamp on it, and get it to the post office. Because I said to her about, how does that make you feel when you get something like that? You know, so I would say that, which I need to get better at. And as far as like my dad, I would say it's really sitting back and observing and learning, teaching yourself, you know, researching so that you're kind of well-rounded. And, you know, because let's face it, he could do anything.
His name was Jack, and he was a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And he loved telling you how to do it.
And he usually wasn't wrong though.
Yeah. He'd
say
really
that
good
too.
at that.
So, someone had some down further.
Let's see. We got Rob, habits that I've adopted from my dad: running around the house, turning off all the lights while complaining how much the electric bill is. Samantha, turn off the stinking lights. I love it.
That's funny.
Mom saved box tops for me and my sisters for silverware.
Remember the whole box tops thing?
Oh, yeah. My mom did all that.
Oh, yeah.
I do that. Just sent out 2 birthday cards today for my aunt and my mom's best friend.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Rick, I send cards all the time. Habit from my mom.
Yeah. So, and Eric's on here too, saying Kathy sends out more than 50 Christmas cards every year. And yeah, so, but it's people our age. So it's that generation that was taught that. And even though Olivia said to me, well, I better have a card with the present. And I'm like, you literally just told me that's not what you guys do anymore.
Exactly.
So anyway, so I would say that. So.
All right. There you go. Anything else on that? I think I covered them all.
If you have any other habits that you've learned that you adopted and use,
put them in the
that
comments.
you think is a good idea. Yeah. All right.
Cool. All right. Do we have a video?
So I do. So you have your choice. You can either have a short, funny one at someone else's expense, or you could have a short Feel Good Friday video.
I want to be entertained. I want it funny. Give me funny, please.
Okay. All right. All right, Ray?
Mm-hmm.
I began to pass out. Then my head hit the wall. Boom. But I had a praying grandmother.
What was going on there? One person falls.
Do we watch it again?
Yes.
I can't help it. Why does this stuff make me laugh?
Because
this is why I don't go to the gym.
Because it's not
because
us.
of right here.
I began to pass out. Then my head hit the wall. Boom. I had a praying
Look at the girl
grandmother.
hanging off.
And then this guy's trying to help her, and then he goes flying. Oh my gosh, it's just ridiculous.
Treadmills are not a good thing.
No, but that's funny. Good stuff.
Yep.
All right. Another reminder, Sunday, 9 a.m. this Sunday, and then tune in and then going to church right after. 100.7.
Sunday,
This
spring
Sunday-
forward.
This Sunday morning, correct.
Spring forward. Is that what you're
Sunday
talking
morning,
about?
9 a.m.
Yeah.
No, that's when I'm doing the trial run with Chris Hollywood. Spring forward is Saturday night, Sunday morning, 2 a.m.
Yeah. Don't forget to spring forward.
Yeah,
People.
we never do. All right. We got anything for Monday?
Well, we talked about discussing what is one adult problem that no one prepared you for
Oh,
uh
marriage.
growing up.
I'll start it. Marriage.
Yeah, that's a good one. So that's what we'll be talking about on Monday.
Okay.
And just weekend stuff. So be thinking about that. That's your homework over the weekend. What's
you,
one
Johnny.
adult problem that no one prepared you for, so that on Monday you can comment and give us your input.
Pam, you have a good weekend as well. Shanzilla OMG. That's Helen Baylor's testimony. So powerful.
Oh, Debbie is saying budgeting on Instagram. I don't know if that's a habit or if that's a one thing adult problem. So we could probably be used for both. Okay.
All right. Johnny Castillo, thank you for sponsoring. You are the man. Love you, brother.
All right. Have a good weekend, y'all.
Denny Schaefer. He's an idiot.